How I stay 98% productive during missile strikes in Ukraine. Let me give you some context. Every single week I carry a mountain of responsibility. Mentorship and coaching programs, a growing community, dozens of clients, my offline business, it's cleaning ventilation systems, creating content and now in 2 languages, volunteering at our temple. My wife and I manage a department of 300 people. English lessons, YouTube training, family responsibility, kids, groceries, building a house. And last Saturday we hosted 60 guests at our home. My life is a never-ending to-do list. And now imagine doing all that under daily missile strikes, drones, power blackouts and nighttime sirens. My name is Eka and I live in Ukraine, and everything you just heard, that's my daily reality. And not just mine. Every day I talk to Ukrainian experts and entrepreneurs who keep showing up, working, helping others and taking responsibility. In this video I'm sharing 6 powerful tips to stay productive even when the world feels like it's falling apart. And if it works for us during the war, it can work anywhere. So please subscribe and let me know in the comments if you support us in this horrible war. And let's go. One of the biggest secrets to my productivity is hyperfocus. I don't work chaotically, I work in blocks. Some people call it deep work sessions. So what does that actually mean? I set aside 2, 3, 4 hours for one specific task and create a space where nothing and no one can interrupt me. Phone in another room, no notifications, no emails, just full immersion. And the results are amazing. But there is one more thing that took my productivity even higher. 3-week sprints. It's similar to the agile method, but adapted for life. I've been working this way for years and it's a total game changer. Why 3 weeks? Because it's the perfect length. It's not too long, you won't lose focus, and not too short. You can actually achieve something meaningful. It helps you stay sharp without burning out. I know another sprint is coming, so I focus only on what matters right now. And it gives me flexibility and keeps me from drowning in endless projects. 3 weeks of hyperfocus and then 1 week to reset, rest, reflect, plan. And of course, 1 full rest day every week, no matter what. By the way, if you are curious about what my deep work sessions look like, how I plan my sprints or organize my day, drop a comment and I'll make a video showing the full system. Second tip. Your goal must be stronger than your fear. During sirens and explosions, everything inside tightens. You hear the sound, your heart is pounding, and you just start asking yourself, what do I want to leave behind? And that answer becomes your fuel. Not caffeine, not productivity hacks, just that deep inner why. Because when your goal is stronger than your fear, you get up even after a sleepless night. You keep working even when you're anxious. And you don't focus because you should, but because you're chasing something bigger. I pray that no one in the world ever feels this fear. Not even in their imagination. What it's like to live this way for over 3 years. But I also wish for everyone to find that deep sense of purpose. Without war, without fear, just with clarity. Because that's what gets you out of bed each morning. Without it, you'll never have stable energy or extraordinary results. Next one, detoxing from dopamine junk. Our brain is like a radar, always scanning, looking for what matters, but when there is too much noise, it starts picking up everything. News, Netflix, mindless scrolling, games, notifications. Instead of direction, you get chaos and your radar loses the signal. There is real science behind this. Neuroscientists call it sensory overload. When your prefrontal cortex gets hit with too much stimulation and your brain can't focus anymore. Even simple tasks feel hard. You're not controlling your attention. Your attention is controlling you. So here is what I do. I don't scroll TikTok or Reels. I've turned off all distraction notifications, and from time to time I do full info detox days. No news, no social media, not even music. It gives me mental space. And then even a podcast or a book feels inspiring, not just background noise. And one more thing. Before I do anything, I ask myself, does this action bring me closer to my goal? That one question flips the switch, cuts through the noise instantly. Next one, point 4. And this is where almost every time management book starts, but most people still ignore it. Good rest, better results. Because of the war, we can't travel abroad. But we still make time to get away. We go to the west of Ukraine to visit family. There are almost no missile attacks there. That alone helps a lot. But more important than a vacation once a year is a regular, conscious recovery. And here are 3 game-changing tips. First, take micro breaks instead of working non-stop. The brain works in cycles. After about 90 minutes of focus, your energy and concentration drop sharply. If you don't pause, you burn out. I take several 5-10 minute active breaks during the day. Short walks or stretching, meditation, breath work or body awareness practices. I love Yoga Nidra and Body Scan. I do this daily. And if you want to see how, let me know in the comments, I'll make a video. Rest in a different way than you work. If you work with your brain, rest with your body. If your job is social, spend time in silence. I try to balance my energy across the week. Monday morning, meetings, operations, lots of communication, and then I spend an evening in quiet with family. Tuesday, morning for creative time, content, workshops, writing the book, and evening it's coaching sessions. Last hour rule. The last hour before bed, no screens, no mental overloaded. Instead, a light walk, a book, a warm, quiet conversation. The result is simple. You get deep, quality sleep, and that means you wake up feeling clear, focused, and full of energy. Helping others gives you strength. Sounds odd, right? How can helping others actually make you more productive? Doesn't it just take more time and energy? That's where the magic happens. When you act not just for yourself, but to help, support, serve, a whole new strength appears inside. It works in any culture, in any country. Call it what you want. Service, altruism, giving, but the truth is, the more you give, the more strength you get. I've seen it in myself and others hundreds of times. I once hit an emotional wall. I didn't want to create. I couldn't push through my projects. Instead of forcing myself, I just started helping others for free. A few people in crisis, no charge, just support, advice and organization. And you know what happened? Days later, a new client came to me, paying 10x more than I expected. My desire to create came back, and I felt like I was in flow again. Not doing tasks, but living. And this is not magic, it's a universal law. What you give comes back, often multiplied. So when you feel stuck, don't look for motivation for yourself. Be the motivation for someone else. It's the fastest way to break through and the purest fuel for great work. Your environment is everything. There is a simple rule. show me your 5 closest people and I'll show you your future. Your environment is your soil. You could be the best seed with talent, energy, plans, but if you're planted in dry, lifeless ground, you won't grow. But when you are surrounded by the right people, you blossom. That's why I built a community where we support each other. And that's why I keep learning from world-class mentors. I want to be around people stronger than me. We talk a lot about the power of environment. Because today Ukrainians are one of the strongest examples of collective resilience. We're held up by family, friends, teammates, volunteers. We hold each other up when fear hits, when exhaustion breaks us, when we want to give up. That's the real cure for burnout. Not vitamins, not a walk in nature, but people who say, "You're not alone, I'm here with you." And you know who we've become? Flowers breaking through the asphalt. Dry, hard, gray concrete all around, and still we reach for the light. Because deep inside there is a root, a reason, a purpose, and people by our side. Because if we stop, we lose our independence, our identity, our country. That's why we've made it this far and why we keep going. And you know what? We couldn't do it without you, without those who support, who speak up, who help. And thank you for standing with us. Thank you for not turning away. And thank you for still talking about a war that hasn't ended. Please, don't stop. Because every day we're fighting not just for ourselves, but for a world where darkness doesn't get the final word.